What's up, guys? TraderJud here, back with, really here with a brand new video. So if you watched my video on Monday, the weekly charting series video that I usually post every Sunday, I'm switching it now to Mondays. I told you guys that I was going to be doing a follow-up video on either Wednesday or Thursday. Surprise, it's Thursday. And what the purpose of this video is going to be is just going over the moves that we've seen throughout the week and kind of like an update on what Monday originally said. And so all of the 10 pairs that we went over on Monday, the charts are exactly the same as they were on Monday. And we're going to make some updates. We're going to explain some things that happened between Monday and today. And just talk to you, give you some ideas of where you could have taken trades between Monday and today. So this is more of an informative video. It's to show you how to take what the charts that I show you and how to formulate your own trades off of those charts. So let's go ahead and get started. EUR USD is the first pair. You'll see that we had this trend line drawn as well as this horizontal line drawn and some support and resistance levels as well as this Gartley pattern. We got a break and a retest of this trend line, and then EU skyrocketed exactly up to the B point of this Gartley pattern and or this horizontal line, the support and resistance level, and has since fallen from there. I do anticipate this to continue going bullish. It's not surprising to see that we saw some bearish movement off of the horizontal line here, the support and resistance level. However, I do not expect it to retrace any further down. We can add one trend line, do something like this. So we have that trend line right there. And then if you have not gotten into this, we can adjust this trend line. If you have gotten into this, then you are good to hold. I would continue holding this depending on where your entry is. And then the completion where your take profit should be set. If you're not in this, you're waiting for a break of this trend line and a break of this horizontal line. Take profit set at around the 177. I would probably set up from 177.00. And then once that completes, which I do not believe it will complete before Friday, it'll probably be next week before that completes. Once it completes, we'll wait and see how we should react to that. Moving on to USD JPY, we can see how it was lined up on Monday. We got a break and a retest and then a continuation upward. Found some resistance at the support and resistance level and then fell subsequently right after that. And now we are currently waiting to see if it's going to continue its bullish ways or not. So what we're going to want to do now with this is readjust that trend line, and we can draw another trend line. I probably wouldn't draw another trend line, but we can. You can draw that trend line right there. I think if you remember, I told you guys that I would not be surprised if we saw a retest of the 110. I'm still holding true to that. UJ has been consolidating, even though it looks like it has popped out, and it has popped out of the consolidation area. As soon as it popped out of that area of consolidation, it popped right back in. And so I would not be surprised to see a retest of the 110. However, with this bullish engulfing candle right here, engulfing this previous bearish engulfing, or what we would have called the controlling candle of that bearish movement, I am still bullish on this. We'll probably see some sort of double top, maybe a retest of this trend line in the coming days. Gold is up next. I believe when I left you guys, gold was sitting right down on this support and resistance level down here. You can see that gold hit that support and resistance level, gave us a bullish engulfing candle. Perfect reversal pattern off of a support and resistance level and continued upward, and now has been consolidating in this little zone right here. So that was a good opportunity to buy if you got in on that. What else can we draw on this? I'm not really too content on drawing anything or adding anything to this right this second. If we draw this, price is right on that trend line. And if we draw this, it's a little steep for my taste. But those are two options. If you would like to draw something else, right, then you feel free to do that. The only other trend line that I could see as a possibility would be something like this, but as you see, price broke out of that and has been just consolidating since then. So I guess you can move that over here if you wanted to, but again, price is sitting right on that, and that's not typically how I do things. So no trend lines for this except for this one that's way above where price is currently. We're waiting for price to reach this support and resistance level up here, which I do believe that it probably will reach. EUR/AUD is up next. We see some consolidation with EA, excuse me. We can see after the pattern completed, we got all this bullish momentum upward. We finally have a lower high. So now we're waiting to see if this is going to break this trend line right here or give us a lower low before going bearish on this. Let's take a look and see where it's at as far as Fibonacci retracement goes. So we got a double top on the 61.8. If you draw it there, if you draw it off of the C point of that pattern, we have a touch of the 70.7 and then it dropped. So I would not be surprised to see this go bearish. We need a lower low to confirm bearish for the long term. But as of right now, I would not be surprised, as I said, that if this goes bearish. Taking a look at GN. GN, I believe I had this this trend line drawn right here. I did not have a trend line drawn on this huge, massive movement upward. We should have known that there was going to be some sort of retracement right here. Much like EA, GN has this lower high, and now we do technically have a lower low, even though this market structure is ugly in my opinion. So that's something to keep an eye on. I don't like drawing trend lines when they're this steep because it just isn't realistic for me. And so I would not be surprised if we saw a touch of the support and resistance level right here, and then wait to see how it reacts to the support and resistance level, whether it will continue upward or what. We can throw a Fibonacci retracement on this, but I don't think it's going to be any farther than the 23.6, and it's sitting right on the 23.6 right now. So I'm not going to trade this. I'm not going to sell this just yet because of this massive movement upwards. But it could possibly be a point or a time right now to start looking for sells. Like I said, I'm not looking for sells just yet. I'm going to wait until price reaches support and resistance level down here before deciding what to do with GN. So that'll probably be next week before I make an assumption on which direction it's going to go. AUD USD, we can see this area of consolidation is still continuing. I drew this trend line, and the price has pretty much danced on it. Not a lot of movement here, nothing really wild and exciting going on with AU. So there's really nothing to update on with that. GBP USD, we did get a break and a retest of GU. A slight movement upward, really not any major candlesticks to report on here. We can extend this trend line out a little bit, and we can even adjust this trend line now if you want. We do have this bearish engulfing candle, so I would not be surprised to see a retest of this trend line, but this is pretty insignificant movement on GU. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say you're not bearish on GU, right? Because we don't have a break of structure. We have this massive push down. At some point in time, it's got to retrace, but it has not started its retracement yet. And so I'm going to wait and see how it reacts to the support and resistance level. We can see it's sitting on this support and resistance level right here. If it does want to push upward, we want a break of structure to this of this support and resistance level, not this one down here. So I'm just kind of waiting out GU. Nothing really wild and exciting to report there. Looking at EJ, when I left you guys, we were testing this this is supply and demand zone right here. As you can see, we have a triple top in the supply and demand zone. Price has attempted to break out of it a number of times since Monday, and still has failed to break out of it, although we are approaching this trend line. And so really what we want to see with this is I want to see price break above this B point. If it does break above this B point, which would be a break and a retest of this upper zone, then I'd be comfortable buying to this D point or this support and resistance level up here, which is previous market structure right here. But really not a lot of exciting movement out of EJ this week. We did get this huge push upwards, but really nothing to propel that. That is a very significant candle. It is a bullish engulfing candle, much like the one right here. Not quite as strong, but still it's a bullish engulfing candle. However, we do have this massive bearish engulfing candle that is acting as our controlling candle for right now. So yeah, another pair that I'm just waiting it out on. I haven't traded this at all. This consolidation area is not something that I trade. I don't trade areas of consolidation. So waiting out on EJ. And finally UCAD. You can see that UCAD has reached support and is respecting support on this support and resistance level right here. Not a lot of significant movement. It's more bounced around since the open pushed up, tried to retest this support and resistance level up here, and then has since just pretty much consolidated down in this area. I am holding a sell on UCAD from last week. I'm still holding that, and so I expect it to at least retest this trend line down here, but this area of consolidation, coupled with the reactions of the support and resistance level, price finding support and not breaking it, I could potentially close my trade out early. If we look at the EMAs right now, price is still currently under the EMAs, retested them a number of times, but has failed to break above the EMAs, so that is my exit strategy for right now. Is if price breaks above the EMAs, I will exit that trade. But yeah, so that's what I see. We're waiting to see if this is going to go bullish off of this support and resistance level, or if it is going to break down and possibly retest this trend line or this support and resistance level down here. And if we do get a break of that, my take profit set for the 1.3 level down here. I'm not 100% convinced it's going to reach all the way back down here. I see it much more likely to reach the 1303 support and resistance level. We can see the previous market structure showing us that acting as resistance over here before it finally broke through. But yeah, so that's what I see with UCAD. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you do not follow my channel on Telegram, it is linked in the description down below. If you have any questions for me that you don't want to comment down below, shoot me a message on Telegram. I am always available. I'm easy to talk to. I will answer any questions that you've got. If you want to learn how to trade the way that I do, the Profit Society is the way to go. I am an educator there. And if you have any questions on that, feel free to shoot me a message again on Telegram or leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I will get back to you. Hope everybody's had a great week. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. I will see you guys on Monday.